I'm back with another walk and talk with Jason, and I do have some what would they call them, some corrections from previous videos, some retractions. So in the merino wool I was talking about, I said that the merino wool came from like the under the chin of the sheep, and that's why it was so rare. It's not true. I was getting that mixed up with cashmere, which comes from under the chin of a goat. So cashmere is actually goat hair, and merino wool is just from a merino sheep. It's just a type of sheep, but their wool is more fine and it's just softer and not scratchy. It's a better wool. So that was one. And then what was my other thing? Oh, so in my 50 states video, so I was going through that, editing it, when I pulled up a map of the United States, I didn't have any notes. I was going through my own mental map to guide me through the United States. And I guess when I went all the way down to Texas and then started going up through Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and the Dakotas, I missed the whole area around the Great Lakes on the west coast of the Great Lakes. So Minnesota, I have been to Minnesota. We worked at a school right outside of Minneapolis, and I want to say it was called Lakeville. Just going from memory. Let me put this key in my book bag. And we actually worked there in the winter, so it was like -10, -20 degrees wind chill. It was like so ridiculously cold. It was so cold that it hurt. I hadn't felt cold like that. I've experienced cold in Ohio and Nebraska, but Minnesota, their winters are on a whole nother level. So cold it hurts. Oh, so, and I did see while I was there, I saw Deftones perform in Minneapolis. That was pretty awesome. And I went out during while the opening acts were playing, and I knocked on the tour bus door. I did this many times, and it worked so many times. So, the headlining act is sitting out in their tour bus while all the opening acts are playing. So if you go to see a band and you don't really care about the opening acts, you want to meet the band, just go outside, find a tour bus, knock on the door, and just say, it might be, and the thing is, if they answer the door, it's usually someone that you recognize in the band that will answer the door, because it's just them on the bus. Usually, all the cases that I've done it is. So, in my case, Chino answered the door, and I'm like, "Hey man, I'm a big fan. Can I come on just for a minute to meet you guys?" And he autographed an album, and then just got to hang out for just 5 minutes. And then don't try to hang out all for an hour, but they'll let you come on and sign some stuff. Just say, "I want to get an autograph on this. It would be cool if I came on and said hi to you guys and had you sign my album," or whatever. And 9 times out of 10 they will. I never had anyone say no. First time I did it was in Cleveland. I went to a No Doubt show and knocked on the door and got on the tour bus with Gwen Stefani and the rest of the band. I don't even know the rest of the band's name. They had like rotting bananas on there. We laughed about their rotting bananas. And then Gwen Stefani gave me a kiss on the cheek. And she signed my album. And that's pretty much it. Then all my friends in high school were like, oh my God, Gwen Stefani kissed Jason. I was still in high school when that happened. I also did it in Kansas City, Missouri at a Slipknot concert. Went out and knocked on their tour bus. Had them sign an album for me. And got to see them all with their masks off. And Corey was wearing a cowboy hat. So I've done it quite a few times. And the sun's backlit on me here. My face seems very dark. And all right, so moving on to other states. Also got Wisconsin, which I've not really spent much time on the ground in Wisconsin. Let me get my face tracking going. But I've flown through there, the airport, and there used to be a airport that went through there all the time, Midwest Express. They're no longer a thing. But don't know too much about those cheeseheads in Wisconsin. But I'm sure it's cold up there too. And then we got Illinois. I've spent time in Chicago. And I did there was a guy that we did work for in Omaha, and he moved to, I think it's called Naperville, a suburb outside of Chicago. Very high-end, rich area. And we went out there, and while he was getting his house built, he put like a audio video system into his house, wired up speakers and surround sound, and hung some TVs. He was like getting floors put in with the radiant heating. I'd never even heard of that back then. This was probably 2002, 2003. I forget what he even did, but he had money. We had done work at his house in Omaha, and he just gave me all this, his old stuff. It was like his Klipsch subwoofer that probably cost $2,000 or $3,000. He just, yeah, you could take that. He just wanted it out of his house, so he got all the new stuff. And then man, my exposure, I'm just backlit. Walking right, the sun right at my back. Can't control the lighting when it's the wretched ball of fire in the sky. But yeah, that guy was cool. His name was Lynn. Whew. Only dude I ever knew named Lynn. And then, all right, so that's Illinois. And then Indiana. Spent time in Indiana. I worked at a school. It was like an hour away from Cincinnati. I'm trying to remember the name of the city. There was a casino there. Casino on a river. And the school was like 20 minutes away from where this casino was, and the casino was like a hotel. And so we stayed at the casino, and we did jobs there, on and off for years. And it was always confusing because at this casino, they observe daylight savings time Or maybe they are the ones that didn't. It was one way or another. It was where the school was, either observed it or didn't observe it, and where the casino was, they observed it. It was just flipped. One observed, one didn't. So it always gets screwed up with, we'd be like an hour late to where we're supposed to meet because we're staying in a place that observes daylight savings time and they didn't. It's all confusing. Indiana, I think it goes by like a county by county basis or something there. It's very weird on how they observe daylight savings time. Man, construction's getting backed up here. They moved everything to the right lane now. And if you didn't notice, I'm sure you didn't. Well, let's see if it'll focus. I had to flip my camera upside down because on my other video I had it the other way, and somehow it ended up pointing at the sky for like half my video. So hanging it upside down should prevent that problem. I'm still in the experimental phase of how to mount my camera. So far, this backpack seems to work the best. I'm not even sure that I need my sling bag if I'm just gonna wear this backpack. I replaced that sling bag, and I like the sling bag, but it's not very stable for mounting a camera on. So I have to take that into consideration. Oh, they're all paving all this. At least they're coming in and getting the work done finally. It doesn't seem like anything been going on here for a while. Man, it is hot. It's 94 degrees. Feels hotter with the sun on my back. All right, let's see. So that's Indiana. Nice casino. Nice casino hotel. They took a lot of my money. Oh, and there was another place in Indiana. Greensville? Greensboro? I forget. It's another like college town we worked in. I went to a lot of these little obscure little towns that no one would care to go to. I've been to them. Whew. It's easier to stay on this side of the road. Hey, you wanna see what's going on over there? Getting stuff done. They're nice. Let's see if we can get across the road. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Trying not to get killed. Try not to get killed. All right. Made it across the road without dying. All right, let's see if I missed any other states. I know I missed Idaho, but who cares about Idaho? Except the potato. I heard they're carrying out potato genocides in Idaho. Millions of potatoes getting wiped out in a potato holocaust. Does anyone actually live in Idaho? Anyone out there watching? If you actually do live in Idaho, than Idaho. Idaho, Idaho. You know? I've never been to Idaho. All I know is about it is potato. Potato, potato. Man, I'm sweating bad. So hot. Ugh. I left a little bit earlier. Let's see if we can catch some sun once we get to the end of the line. I'd like to see a little sunset behind the trees there. Got there a little late yesterday. We'll just have to keep moving the timeline up until we can actually get it. But since I found this path, I've not wanted to walk anywhere else, because I really do like walking down this wooded path, and I've yet to make a video walking down it in the daylight without my camera messing up in some way. First time the exposure got cranked way up, and the other time the camera was pointed straight up in the sky, so I had to switch to just this camera with my face so you guys didn't see the surroundings. So we'll see if we can do it right this time. Still in wearable mode, pointing straight ahead. Close this little door. I think you double tap on the screen to recenter it. No idea if it's centered. All right. Whew. All right, did I forget any states? Thinking Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, and Idaho. I think that covers them all. I think I hit all 50 now. So, yeah, I've been to most states. And probably my favorite state, if money was no object, would be Hawaii. That's where I would choose to live. Probably Maui. I think I like Maui better than Oahu. There's my first mile. So it's only 1 mile. I actually did start my watch it right when I left the house. So this is accurate now. It's exactly 1 mile to the beginning of this trail for me. Oh, I brought my big, long tripod. How's this? This is not noticeable, is it? I can get fake drone shots. All right. All right, so what's the other topics that I had for today? The Federal Reserve cut interest rates by 50 basis points, or 0.5%. So that should cause mortgage rates to go down, which should cause the prices of homes to go up. Should. But another thing is, that's the first cut in 4 years. And typically, when the Federal Reserve cuts rates, the stock market usually declines right after a rate cut. And it's not from the cut itself, it's more about what the rate cut is signaling in the market, which is higher unemployment, slower economy. You know, if everything was going good or better than average, then they would do nothing. So when the Fed cuts rates, you know, they have the they're the wizard behind the curtain that's supposed to see all the gears and how things are actually going. So if they're cutting and then everyone was expecting a quarter, 25 basis points or a quarter percent, but they cut 50, so they doubled the cut that they were expecting. So that signals that maybe things are not so good right now, and that kind of scares markets. So it's been a while since the market's had a correction. So between now and the end of the year would probably be a good time for one to come along. Or a big October surprise. September, October's usually not great months for markets. And so it's possible we have a little correction. But I'm hoping it doesn't affect housing prices too much. Some kind of wanting to sell my house, like probably in the next couple of years. And if prices just went up, like, and cutting rates is good for some sectors of the market and bad for others. Like the businesses that are borrowing a lot of money, and it's the lower the interest rates, the better for them, which are typically like tech stocks. But then for industries like banks, it's bad because that's money that they can be charging their customers. They get to charge a higher interest rate, which is how banks make money. So we'll see what actually turns out from this. And things could drop, unemployment could rise more, economy could slow down more, and then they cut rates more. It could be a domino effect of different factors. But hopefully it's not. When things start to go bad, that's when the Fed and the Treasury start injecting money into the economy to try to hold it up or boost it back up. And that's when asset prices usually get a boost, when there's a big injection of liquidity into the economy. Hello. So that can actually be good for Bitcoin prices, real estate prices, used cars prices, just any kind of asset. And stocks. It reboosts stocks whenever the Fed starts turning the printers on. Hello. Here we go. I got a high. It's nice. Whew. Usually don't say anything to the people that have earphones in. I brought my heavier stand, her tripod this time, so it's actually making my elbow tired. This tripod weighs 3 times as much as the camera itself. All right, this is about where the camera pointed up at the sky last time. So this is everything that you missed before. And we got to see my favorite sign. Speed up, Bigfoot habitat. And we're gonna walk through the beautiful greenery. All right, so that's interest rates. What else is going on? We've got P. Diddy being exposed as a sicko. I was never a fan. Never a fan all the way back to the Puff Daddy days. And what was the dude that he used to be like a duo back when he was actually making music. There was some dude that was with him in his little duo, Puff Daddy and Mace. I think it was Mace. And then Mace left him, and he, I don't know, found God or something. Diddy was probably trying to bang him. Yeah, even just the charges, listening to the charges that are brought against him is disturbing enough. And then I heard some audio recording that his bodyguard made that was really disturbing. So he was kind of doing he was like the Jeffrey Epstein of the music industry. And get people, bring them to the, bring them to his freak parties or whatever he was calling them. Drug them. And get them to do crazy stuff. Which seemed like mostly him banging everyone there. Seems like the stuff that he was trying to get done. And then like either video or I guess make videos of him like banging all these different rappers and music stars, and then using that as like blackmail to get them to do whatever he wanted. Probably like sign record deals with him or who knows what. Extort money out of them. Pretty messed up, man. And then he probably messed with the wrong people. Could have messed with like some producers that had some pull in law enforcement. And they're like, yeah, go get this dude, arrest him, and get that blackmail out of his safe that he's got on me. And I'm sure he's got tons of stuff on tons of people. So he could, depending on who he's got dirt on, he could end up in the same situation as Jeffrey Epstein. Just deciding to hang himself in the cell with the cameras going out and the guards falling asleep. All the things could just happen to happen The day that he happens to hang himself. We'll see. If he doesn't, he could end up like spilling the beans on other people. He's just a scumbag. Scumbag. I don't care what happens to him. I hope it's not good. Whatever it is. Seems like he's ruined a lot of people's lives. Or tempted to. Or threatened to. So, whatever he's got coming down, he deserves it. All right. Yeah, this is the nice little green field I walked through the other day. And I do got some tea with me. I brewed up some green tea. It's good. Got some squirrels. Squirrels in the field. What's up, squirrels? You burying some nuts? You burying some nuts? Whew. Oh, that's another thing too. I'd mentioned that today would actually be the day that I said that I was going to start my fast. But then I checked my calendar and realized that this is not a convenient week to do a week-long fast. I have a scheduled lunch with some coworkers tomorrow for some tacos. And I love tacos, so of course that's not going to work. And Misty and Jake, they're supposed to take me out to a Brazilian steakhouse last weekend, but something came up with her mom, who was going to watch their daughter Micah, so that they wanted to reschedule to this Saturday. I forgot that I had rescheduled, and I'm not going to miss out on a Brazilian steakhouse. I've only been to a Brazilian steakhouse twice in my life, and each time it was amazing. If you don't know what a Brazilian steakhouse is they just have all these meats, and they bring them around to your table, and they're like, you want a slice of this filet? You want a slice of this ribeye? You want some of these shrimp? Like all these different meats, pork chops, ribs, every kind of meat you could think of. They're just, they bring them out of the back and just cut slices off for people. Bring it up to your table, and usually have like a card that you leave flipped up if you want meat served, and you can flip it over if you're like taking a break. So if you don't want them asking every time. So it's awesome. I'll try to do a little video there so you can experience the meats. I did make a Brazilian steakhouse video on Wicked Shrapnel channel. So if you're interested, you can go check it out over there. But I'm going to the Brazilian steakhouse that I made that video at on my Wicked Shrapnel channel is actually closed now. It's no more. Sad day. That one was in Round Rock over by Flick's Brew House. But it's gone. So the one we're going to is in Austin, just south of the Domain. So gonna go to the steakhouse, and then I think we're gonna go do a little bar hopping at the Domain. So this should be fun. And what else? So I'm probably gonna start the fast next Wednesday, a week from today. But by the time you see this video, it'll probably only be a few days away. So I'm recording. I'm gonna start making 2 videos out of every walk I do. And I have been scheduling a video for every other day. If I'm making 2 videos per walk, then I might start posting the videos every single day on this channel. And they'll just be half as long as they were. I think that'll work. As long as I don't run out of things to talk about. I guess I'll just start talking about current events. Ooh, 17 minutes, 58 seconds, 17:56. I'm walking at a faster pace than I normally do. I'm sweating at a faster pace than I normally do. Ooh. Skateboarders. This is the densest portion of cicada activity. That's where you hear them the most. Oh, and also I did, I said that I had heard that there's a possibility that polyester can mess up your hormones. And I looked into it, and there were actually some studies. So just like Google polyester hormone disruption. So it's, I don't know how much, I didn't actually read the studies. I Googled it just to see if there was actually any legit sources that say that it was a thing. It seems like it is a thing. And probably just like, especially pregnant women shouldn't wear polyester. But, I mean, if it can mess up thyroid function. I've had my thyroid tested and it says that my thyroid is normal. But, I don't know. There's no real reason for me to wear polyester. It's not like polyester or nothing. I was just wearing it because it was a quick drying fabric, which I can get with wool. Merino wool is more expensive. But I mean, if there's any risk of any adverse health effects from wearing a certain type of fabric, I'm just not going to wear it. I'll just err on the side of caution. And they do make some so nylon. I didn't look into nylon, but nylon's kind of a plastic too, but I don't know if it's got the same kind of adverse effects as polyester or not. Let's ask, this is kind of a conversation we could have with ChatGPT. Let's see what ChatGPT thinks.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
I didn't say anything yet. I was going to ask you if there's what do you know about adverse effects of polyester fabric on hormone levels?
Polyester fabric can have a few potential adverse effects, particularly for people with sensitive skin or those concerned about environmental impact. For individuals with skin sensitivities, polyester can cause irritation, rashes, or discomfort because it doesn't breathe, as well as natural fabrics like cotton, trapping heat and moisture. This might lead to increased sweating and make certain skin conditions worse. From an environmental perspective, polyester is a synthetic material made from petroleum, meaning it's not biodegradable. When washed, polyester can also shed microplastics, which contribute to pollution in waterways. Additionally, the production process involves chemicals and energy that contribute to environmental pollution. Have you noticed any discomfort or reactions when wearing polyester? Or are you more concerned about its environmental effects?
I've heard about it having a hormone disruption attribute, so I'm more concerned about it affecting my hormones. What do you know about that?
There is some concern that polyester and other synthetic fabrics may potentially have hormone-disrupting effects. This stems from the fact that polyester is made from petrochemicals, and there have been studies showing that certain chemicals, like phthalates, used in plastics and synthetic materials, can act as endocrine disruptors. These chemicals mimic hormones and can interfere with the body's natural hormone balance, potentially affecting everything from growth to reproductive health. Some research has looked at how prolonged skin contact with synthetic fabrics, including polyester, might contribute to the absorption of these chemicals, though the evidence is still not definitive. That said, if you're concerned about hormone health, wearing natural fabrics like cotton or linen might give you peace of mind, as they don't involve the same chemical processes in production. Would you be interested in exploring more natural fabric alternatives? Or are you looking into how to avoid specific chemicals in everyday products?
Do you know if nylon has the same concerns?
Yes, nylon can raise similar concerns, though the focus is slightly different from polyester. Like polyester, nylon is a synthetic fabric made from petrochemicals, and the production process involves chemicals that could potentially release harmful substances, such as phthalates or other plasticizers, which may act as endocrine disruptors. Additionally, nylon production uses chemicals like formaldehyde and dyes that can sometimes cause skin irritation or allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. Nylon is also non-biodegradable, contributing to environmental concerns, particularly regarding microplastics shedding when washed. The potential for hormone disruption with nylon hasn't been as widely discussed as with polyester, but since both are synthetic fabrics made from similar processes, the concerns can overlap. Again, the evidence connecting everyday fabric use with hormone disruption is not yet conclusive, but those who are more cautious about chemical exposure may prefer to opt for natural fibers. Are you thinking about switching your wardrobe to more natural fabrics? Or are you more concerned about limiting exposure to certain chemicals?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of switching out and replacing all my polyester clothes. What about there's fabrics that's wool that's wrapped around nylon so that the nylon is not actually touching your skin. Would that be an alternative?
Using fabrics like wool wrapped around nylon, where the nylon isn't directly touching your skin, could be a good alternative. Wool itself is a natural and breathable fiber that tends to be hypoallergenic and less likely to cause irritation or trap moisture. If the nylon is only there to provide durability or flexibility and doesn't come into direct contact with your skin, you might reduce the potential risks associated with synthetic fabrics. However, it's still worth considering that some people with skin sensitivities might react to wool, although there are many variations of wool that can be soft and comfortable. If you're particularly cautious about the synthetic aspect, you could look for wool garments that either don't use nylon at all or use other natural materials for reinforcement. Are you exploring more specific fabrics to replace your current clothes? Or just weighing general options for now?
Oh, I've been looking into merino wool.
Merino wool is a great option. It's known for being soft, breathable, and much more comfortable than regular wool. One of its standout features is how well it regulates temperature. It can keep you warm in colder weather, but also cool in warmer temperatures because of its moisture-wicking properties. Plus, it's naturally odor resistant, which is an added bonus for activewear. Merino wool is also hypoallergenic and less likely to irritate the skin, making it a popular choice for people with sensitivities. Have you already tried any merino wool clothing, or are you still researching different brands and options?
I've got, oh, look at these guys. They're little unicycles. Those are cool. Got another one coming through. Awesome.
Having issues right now. Could not
Awesome.
understand what you said.
I was looking at some unicycle scooters. They're awesome.
Unicycle scooters are really cool. They're such a unique way to get around. Compact, electric, and perfect for urban areas. It must take some practice to balance on them, though. Have you tried one yet? Or are you thinking about getting one?
No. I just think they're cool.
I bet they'd be fun to try out, though. It looks like a mix of balance and tech. Are you thinking about getting one for your travels, or just for fun?
Oh, maybe I'll get one someday if I lose some weight.
That sounds like a good plan. Plus, getting around on one of those could be a fun way to stay active. How's everything going with your walks and exercise? Feeling any progress yet?
Well, I'm just doing a walk right now, and I'm making a video, so say hi to everyone watching on YouTube. They're listening to you right now.
Hey everyone on YouTube. Hope you're enjoying the walk with Jason. Keep exploring and having fun out there. Can't wait to see where he takes you next.
All right, I'll talk to you later, ChatGPT.
Talk to you later, Jason. Enjoy the rest of your walk and the video.
Thanks. That's my buddy. That's my best friend. Oh, man. All right, so we do have, knocked my microphone off. So it looks like we got here just in time to see the sun go down behind the trees over there. I'll break out the drone. Unclip this guy. Oh. All right. Let me get out of wearable mode. All right, there we go. A nice video there. Get to watch the sunset. I should be down in just a few minutes. Mic. Break out the drone. So that was pretty perfect timing. Got here just in time. I think having ChatGPT talk to us keeps things going. Gives me someone to talk to, ask questions, and it's actually giving some informed answers. Knows more than I do. And I'm just pouring sweat. Take my hat off, cool down a minute. Oh. All right. Sticks in. Let's get us some
takeoff. Home point updated.
beautiful sunset. Look at that. If I could do time lapses, I think I can. Let's do a little pan of the sky. Beautiful. Right across the top of the trees. Glorious. Hope my grandma's watching this right now. See a glorious sunset. Go up to, oh, that's cool.
Max altitude reached.
Do a little slow pan across the sky. That's really cool. Sun's already going down behind the trees here. Watch the sunset multiple times from different heights. Let's see it. Let's get the drop. Here we go. Perfect height for seeing the sun peek through the tips of the trees. Some beautiful shots. That's awesome. Awesome. Beautiful sunset. I know my grandma enjoyed that. Show that to grandma, mom. Alright, let's bring the drone in. Trying to catch it. It has optional avoidance. It's avoiding me as an obstacle. Let's grab it and turn it sideways. It's fun. Got some beautiful bean footage. Beautiful bean footage. All right. Get the cool down. And these little motors get hot. That kid on the skateboard going the same way. Must be a big loop. All right. Temperature still 92. Still not cool by any means. I'm wearing my polyester shirt. Garbage bag. Alright. And this hat, I was able to see it. It's a 90% nylon, 10% polyester. Injecting hormones, disrupting my hormones to my brain. I don't know how concerned I really am about hormone disruptions. I've had my hormones tested, my thyroid tested, and it seems to be fine. Let's break out the headlamp for when it gets dark on the way home. I don't think I'll need the sunglasses. Put them in the bag. I can put this in the bag. Get my Alright, so that's going to do it for this part of the video. So, if you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, follow all my other YouTube channels. Links are down in the description. Follow my social media accounts. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all at JasonMP78. And tune in to the next video, which I'm going to record right now on my walk home. So, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Take it easy.